Recording. Hi, Cindy. How are you?
I'm fine, Ken. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I've known you for a very, very long time,
Correct.
and you're a very, very decent person. There's been a lot of problems in Illinois, especially with the Illinois Workers' Compensation Commission, and a lot of people really just don't understand how screwed up the entire system is. I don't know if you know, but I bet you know. Do you know what the Illinois Workers' Compensation Commission is?
Yes.
Yes, and everybody should know what it is. When you get hurt, all of us are going to need uh, a fair and honest monthly or biweekly amount of money to help us pay our debts and help us pay our bills and help us pay our injuries. You need compassion. You need people that really care and want to help you get better. And unfortunately, in Illinois, that's not the case. Now, I'm talking to Cynthia Davenport, aka Cindy. Cindy and I have had a lot of friends who've been injured extremely severely while working for the City of Chicago Department of Water Management. The Department of Water Management, as does the City of Chicago, will spend millions on law firms such as Hennessey and Roach and do everything they can to shortchange attorneys. There's so much corruption involved with the whole entire system. It's unbelievable. And it's actually kind of sad. But we're here to talk about Cindy. Cindy, could you please give us a little bit of work history? What kind of work did you do at the City of Chicago? When did you start and when did you get hurt?
I think I started in 2000
Yeah.
with the city of Chicago. I became a bricklayer. I think I was a bricklayer for about 4 years after that. I started in 2000 with the city of Chicago.
Oh,
Okay?
okay. Now, just a quick question. A bricklayer is usually a male-dominated trade. Would that be correct?
Yes.
And it's extremely, extremely, extremely heavy work. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. And people don't know, but bags of mortar, whatever you use, a lot of them are 60 pounds, 80 pounds.
Right.
You have to add water to them. And there's almost everybody who's been in that trade ends up crippled. And if you end up crippled, you should certainly hope that they take care of you. About what time did you get injured?
I got injured in November. I got injured exactly November 3rd of 2004.
Okay, and then let's talk about the injury. During the time you were trying with workman's comp and everything else, weren't they dilly dallying with your treatment?
Yes, they didn't give me my surgery for 4 years. I
Okay.
needed a hip replacement surgery.
Yeah, you needed a hip replacement, and that's an extremely major injury. And the problem with this is the longer that it keeps going off, the worse that everything else in your body becomes, because you're sitting around trying not to aggravate it while you're waiting for your surgery and treatment. Is it true that you were supposed to go right back to work if you got your hip replacement in time? How'd that work?
My doctor told me that if they waited 4.5 years to finally give me my hip replacement surgery. And my doctor told me if they would have given me my hip replacement surgery right after I got hurt at work, I would have been back at work within the year.
Okay.
With
And
And
if
I love my job. I really love my job. I was the only female bricklayer in the state of Illinois for so many years. I was so proud of my job.
and I talked to a lot of laborers that worked on your crew, and they said you were very honest and a little bit demanding. and you did your very best to get work done at the city, and that's something to be proud of. You work for the city of Chicago Department of Water Management.
And I always laid my own brick. I had nobody lay my brick for me, ever, or set the pipe, ever.
Well,
I did it on my own.
Okay, after all this horsing around for the hip replacement, you actually got more additional health injuries and health problems as they continued to do all the wrong things to get you back to work. Is that correct? You had additional...
Well, because they waited so long, atrophy set in, because I tore all the bone, muscle, tendons, and ligaments away from my bone, okay?
Yeah.
When they finally gave me the hip replacement surgery, for me not using my leg for 4.5 years, atrophy set in. So now I can't even, I could only lift up my leg like 1.5 inches off the ground. I have to use my other leg to walk up and down stairs.
Yeah.
Because this atrophy set in, I can't go back to my job. And then I've been under so much stress from all of this. They sent me to Vocomotive to learn computer skills, and I had a TMI, a mini stroke at Vocomotive, and they told me that if I would have left, that they would have stopped paying me. And they didn't care that I had a stroke, and they wouldn't even call an ambulance for me. I had to drive all the way home from Hinsdale, and when I got home, my husband took me to the hospital. That's where they found out that I had a mini stroke, which left me with an aneurysm in my brain. And I have to go once a year, make sure that that aneurysm hasn't moved. I have to go for an MRI. I am living with an aneurysm in my brain with all the stress that I've been under.
Well, for the people who don't know, Vocomotive is a place that was connected with Alderman Ed Burke, and they do what I think is the greatest fraud of vocational training in the world. And all they do is they take every single person, people who are in their 60s plus, and all of a sudden they want us to be typists, typing 50, 60, 70, 80 words a minute. And that's what plumbers' hands, bricklayer hands, laborers' hands. They're asking people to completely change their life around when they're at the very sunset of their life. One of the things that you also had for years and years and years after that was mistreatment and holding off on your money, holding off on the necessary medical treatments. Could you please tell us a little bit about approximately how much money your original workers' compensation checks were, and then how much they are now, how much more or less they are?
I was originally getting $3,500 a month.
Yeah.
And then I think about, I want to say maybe 6 years later, they dropped it to $2,500 a month. And then after my husband passed away, which means I'm getting less money now, they dropped it to $2,200 a month. And they completely stopped paying me back in December of 2021 was my last check. So I haven't received a $2,200 check for, it's going to be 7 months now.
I think that your story there is just hardcore criminal activity is all it is. And as a matter of fact, you found out just recently you got even worse news and they're trying to starve you to death. Could you kind of give an idea of what else is going on? Possibly?
Well, what else is going on? I live in a house in Des Plaines, and my landlord upped my rent to $2,500 a month rent. Okay? Without this extra money, it's hard for me to even pay my rent. I get a small pension check from my husband, and I get my pension check because I am now retired from the city of Chicago. And I also found out that I might have lymph node cancer. I'm going to the doctor for a biopsy Friday, July 1st. They're going to draw I have these lumps around my neck, and they're going to draw fluid from it and let me know what my next step is. I've been under so much stress because of this that I don't know what else to do.
Well, this is the way Lori Lightfoot, Commissioner Cheng at the Department of Water Management, Alderman Burke, the legal department at the city of Chicago, this is the way they're treating injured workers. And it's not just one, there's multiple injured workers. And they got people where the bones in the knees are actually rubbing against each other. It's just raw bones, and they're still not providing the proper care. And it's absolutely disgusting. Today is June 28th, 2022. It is 5:31 p.m. in Chicago, Illinois. I want all you guys to know what's really going on. And the thing is, there's so many protests for stupid stuff. This right here is something that's extremely important, and we really have to start a fund or a GoFundMe page to start getting attorneys to file class action lawsuits against the city of Chicago and against the governor in Illinois, because he's allowing people just to die in the street. And one of my friends at the water department walked into a garage right on a holiday in front of his entire family, and he was so ill he just blew his brains out. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. But Cindy, I'm going to talk to you very soon. And right now we're just going to check out and get the word out, and hopefully people do the right thing and start helping city workers. Okay?
Thank you, Pat. Thank you very much for calling.
All right. Bye-bye.